Your problem is you keep waiting for some sign. You keep waiting for the right time to embody the life of your dreams. And I know for a fact that not a day goes by that you don't think of this dream life of yours. Not a day goes by without you thinking about it and your potential and who you could become. My darling, no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save you, and you need to give yourself permission to become her. Stop waiting for the permission. The permission doesn't exist. If that was a tough pill to swallow, I'm sorry, but hi. It's okay. We're going to unpack that fully in this video. And I know it might be scary, but don't worry, because today's video might just be the push that you need, and it might actually give you some clarity on how to become her. I am going to hold your hand through this whole thing. We are going to do this together. So let's get into it. Grab a notebook, grab some tea, grab some water, whatever it is you need, because we need to work. Okay. Honestly, we do a lot of waiting, right? There's a lot of waiting that so many people do without even realizing it. And I think let's just unpack the different types of waiting. And you might identify with some of these, okay? So the first one is definitely waiting for certainty. So many of us, before we decide to become someone new, we wait for certainty. We wait for an actual stamp of approval and confirmation that, okay, now we move. But that is not how life works. High value individuals do not wait for certainty. Instead, they create the certainty. As a matter of fact, the certainty will find me there, but I am doing this. You work off of intuition. You don't work off certainty. You don't work on numbers. You work on you wanting to do the thing and actually doing the thing. The second waiting that we do is waiting for validation, right? So sometimes what the issue is that you're scared of disappointing the people that raised you. You're scared of disappointing the people who are cheering on you. You're so scared of even sometimes disappointing yourself, then that the safe bet is just to not try at all. So you're waiting for some sort of validation of like, can I do it now? And when someone actually approves, that's when you start moving. No. Then the third one is definitely waiting for the perfect moment. Like I said earlier on, the right moment does not exist. The right moment does not exist. As a matter of fact, perfectionism is just procrastination dressed up and all dolled up in seriousness. Perfectionism makes it seem like you're doing something when you're really not. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Then the fourth type of waiting is waiting to feel confident. Unfortunately, with so many things, you do not get emotional confirmation from yourself first that the thing is what you're supposed to do. Confidence is not something that you start with. As a matter of fact, confidence is a result of the action that you're taking. It's a result of what you're actually doing, right? So if you don't believe me, pause this video for 10 seconds, right? And answer this. What am I waiting for? Just answer that. And the first answer you get is definitely the barrier that you are experiencing. Now, we need to identify her. We need to see her. You cannot become a version of yourself that you cannot even identify, right? So now I need you to be very specific, and this is the fun part for me. So I need you to be very specific in understanding, like, who is she? What does she do? What does she do on a Monday? What does she do on a normal Monday? Don't just only think of these big award ceremonies or weddings and vacations and stuff. What does she look like? What does she do on a normal Monday, right? What are her habits? What are her habits? How does she treat herself? What does she no longer tolerate? What would she do today that you are not doing? Answer all of these questions. Be very specific. And in this one, right, I actually have a bit of an exercise for you, right? So choose one thing that she would do today, right? And commit to doing it in the next 24 hours. So, for example, it could be, okay, she wakes up at a certain time. Tomorrow, wake up at that certain time. Or, oh, she drinks 2 liters of water. Tomorrow, drink 2 liters of water. Or, oh, she's a content creator. Tomorrow, post content. Do something that embodies her in the next 24 hours so that your brain can start understanding that it is actually not that scary. It's okay. Now, one thing about me, I'm a very practical babe. It's like I definitely hear the theory of things, but I need you to tell me how to do it practically, right? So I'm going to give you 6 practical and doable identity shifting steps, right? I told you, you need to grab a pen and paper. This is going to be an extensive one. So the first one is to do a daily identity check-in. So this can be in the morning for you. For me, it will definitely be in the evenings, right? But if it was in the morning, it's maybe what would she do today, right? What is the one thing that she would do today, and then do that specific thing, right? Or so the first one is a daily identity check-in, right? It's a quick question that you're going to ask yourself in the morning. What would she do today? And do that one thing, just one thing, not her whole life. Do that one thing that day. Do one thing that aligns you to that version of yourself so that your brain can actually start understanding that it is achievable, right? Now, the second step is you're going to upgrade your environment. So your environment needs to match your future self and not your current one, right? So it's simple things, it's simple cues that your brain needs to actually now start understanding. For example, the woman of my dreams does not have socks lying on the floor. There's no reason for me to have socks lying on the floor. One, the woman of my dreams does not leave her room without doing her bed. So I definitely can't do that. So environmental cues, your brain works so much easier when you actually make it easier to believe a specific thing. So it could be things as simple as having a clean desk, or putting on perfume, having a water bottle, having an organized phone, having an organized wardrobe. Environmental cues that your brain can start actually processing that, okay, something is changing here, right? So upgrading your environment. Now, the third step is building micro discipline, right? So, what micro discipline basically is action that you are taking, right, that is so small that you don't even fail, that you can't even fail. So we are trying to become her, and I doubt that becoming her has to do with you just criticizing yourself and being mean to yourself and just being all to yourself, right? So we're not doing that. So it needs to be something simple. And like I'm saying, if anything, make it a daily habit. So maybe let's say every single day, taking a 10-minute walk, whatever that aligns to her, taking a 10-minute walk, right? And those specific habits are definitely stackable. Whatever she does on a day-to-day, do that micro discipline, because I know for a fact that she is disciplined. I know for a fact that she is focused. How can I get myself there? If she walks, if she exercises, how can I exercise with the little capacity that I have, right? So these stack up quickly and they are very easily believable. So it could be 5-minute journaling. It could be maybe reading 2 pages a day. It could be 20 minutes of deep work. It could be anything. Now, step 4 is you need to create your no list, right? So it's one thing to become her, but then you need to stop doing certain things that identify with who you were, right? So, for example, we're not begging for attention anymore. We're not waking up at the last minute anymore. We're not gossiping. We're not watching trash TV. We're not saying yes to things that drain us. We are not committing to the things that we want for ourselves. Create a no list that you will commit to. What are her non-negotiables? Because high value women are very clear about the things that they will not do. Then, step number 5, you need to normalize high standards, right? So, your future self's standards should become your baseline. It's not a special occasion thing anymore. Who you previously were, it would be a special occasion thing anymore. A special occasion thing. That's not what we're doing anymore. If anything, a high standard is the baseline. It's the minimum. It's where we're starting, right? And these are definitely stackable. So it could be anything as simple as how do you dress? How do you speak? How do you walk, right? When you speak, are you quick to like finish the sentence, or are you paced and confident and clear and articulate in what you're saying, right? How do you handle money? Do you just impulsively spend? Do you make emotional money decisions? Or are you clear on your money goals? Are you clear on the things that you are spending on, right? How do you take care of your body? Do you just quickly rush to get ready? Or do you pay attention to your body? Do you like actually pay attention to your tempo? How do you value your time? Are you just the type of person that does last minute that gets involved in people's last minute plans, and if anything neglect the schedule that you had for the evening? How do you value your time? How do you value your energy? All of those things. Normalize high standards and make that the baseline, right? And then step 6, you need to practice visible self-respect. What your brain can see, what you can see, you believe a lot easier than this thing that you speak about but you don't embody. We need to become her, right? So, at the end of the day, you also need to understand that people treat you how you treat you, right? Do you dress well? Do you speak with clarity? Do you keep your space clean? Do you finish what you start? Do you say no when you need to? And are you diplomatic about your no? Because it's one thing to be aggressive and it's another thing to be able to tell people to fuck off and go to hell, to tell people to go to hell in a way that they ask for directions. Do you stop explaining yourself? Practice visible self-respect, and not visible in the eyes of other people, but visible that you can see, because this isn't about external validation. This is about you validating something new about yourself, right? So that was an extensive one, but I'm sure you can do this. So here is your assignment, right? This is what I call the 24-hour challenge, right? Do one thing today that your her version would do, right? So if anything, so here's your assignment. Pretty simple, and I expressed it earlier on. I'm expressing it again. 24-hour challenge. Do one thing today that your her version would do. And after doing that thing, I need you to not just do it and be like, okay, I did it. I need you to sit with it. I need you to sit with that feeling of pride. I need you to sit with that feeling of, I said I was going to do it and I did it. I need you to sit with that feeling of, okay, this is the new standard. I need you to sit with that, because I think the other thing is that you don't get. So what is that first thing? Comment that first thing. Is it making your first TikTok? Is it drinking water? Is it reading? Is it journaling? And whatever that thing is, it should be a normal thing in your her version, right? But at the end of the day, you do not become her by just wishing. You do not become her by just putting it out there and then just never going back to it. It takes a lot of work because some of us are offloading on years of trauma, on years of conditioning, on years of telling ourselves this one victim story that we have been told is our life. Who you were cannot be, you do not become her by just saying what you wish and then not going back to her, not going back to it. You become her by aligning with her, by understanding her. How does she think? By having a relationship with her. And this is one decision at a time. Every single decision that you make, every thought that you make is either voting for who you were or who you are becoming. So you need to be able to have so you need to be able to sit with yourself and have these conversations, stack up these decisions, stack up these habits, and slowly but surely your brain will start to believe a new story about yourself, right? Stop waiting for permission. No one is going to no one is going to send you a message and be like, you can become her now, you know? And honestly, this is your sign to start. I'm sorry, but I'm done playing it small. I'm done shoulda, coulda, woulda. I'm not doing that anymore. I know the life of my dreams and I am definitely going to embody it. And I hope you do too. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Show your girl some love. Love you so much, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye.